I think the main importance is that there's still similar issues here in Europe and in Spain in particular that we have in other parts of the world with water scarcity, and so reuse is going to be one of the solutions in the future, and so there needs to be more knowledge about how reuse can be done and try to learn from examples in other places, especially United States where reuse is quite common, so it's nice to have a conference where those issues can be discussed. Yeah, our main challenges is a lack of water. We have a very dry climate, similar to parts of Spain and the Mediterranean, and we rely upon water that is brought in from other parts of the state, so imported water, and those sources are becoming less and less available and more expensive. So for us, water scarcity is a big issue, and we have a growing population. And so we're trying to figure out solutions for how to find more water to sustain our population. Yeah, so for us, our main achievements is finding a way to recycle water and use recycled water or wastewater and treat it to a level to where it's as equal quality or better than our other drinking water supplies. So we've relied heavily on recycled water and getting the public to accept the use of recycled water, which has been a difficult proposition, but something that we've been successful in doing. Yeah, I think the keys are developing projects that are cost effective or comparable with other water supplies, but the main key is to get the public's trust. So a lot of public outreach, a lot of publicity, marketing for the project, and in that marketing being very honest about the fact that the water is wastewater originally and not trying to hide or not mention that fact, but be very honest about where it came from, but also show that it can be just as good, if not better, than the other sources. And it's necessary if we're going to continue to have the same lifestyle that we're used to and the same amount of population. We have to do something, and this is probably the most sustainable approach that we could find. Yeah, the messaging, I think, is the key success of our project, is finding messaging that not only is successful, but it elicits trust, so that there isn't a fear of using recycled water, which there can be, and there still is in a lot of the parts of the United States. Yeah, so a lot of the similarities are in that we have similar climate, and in Spain there still is a lot of recycled water use, especially for irrigation, agriculture, but not as much as potable use. But it can be a solution here because we have the same issues in Spain that we have in Southern California, which increasing population, a hotter, drier climate, and more cycles of drought. And Spain has used seawater desalination, something that we haven't done very much in the United States, but it's much more expensive than reuse, but it's much easier for the public to accept. So if the acceptance portion can come, and the regulators can be comfortable with the health aspects of it, then it can be done here just as successfully.